Hello, my friends. I've heard quite a lot about Audacity. Some of you have spoken about it. So today I'm going to download it and install it. Never used it before. So I've come to audacityteam.org. Click on Audacity, the download button, the yellow button here. Muse Hub. I don't know what Muse Hub is. Download without Muse Hub. Well, let's see what the difference is. I'm not sure. Let me download without Muse Hub. And thank you for downloading Audacity. Let me click on that. So that's the 64-bit exe file. I click on that and this pops up. Do you want to allow this app to make changes? I hit yes. And then I see this pop up. Select the language, English. And then it pops up with this. Welcome to the Audacity Setup Wizard. This will install Audacity 3.75, close all applications, click next to continue. So I'm going to click on the next button to continue. Audacity is free, open source software. It is available for Mac, Windows, all that stuff. Okay, the usual. We'll go ahead and hit next. Hit next. Create a desktop shortcut. And let's continue. And it is installing. And then it says launch Audacity when it's done. Okay, I'll click on launch Audacity. And has a flash screen that appears on my second monitor, which you folks aren't seeing. And I think this might be it. Is that it? Muse Hub? I might have downloaded the one with Muse Hub after all, because I tried downloading it before and it didn't. Oh, here we go. There's something else. Hybrid 3. You see, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a plugin? I'm not sure what this is. Let me quit because I'm not sure. Do you want to allow public and private networks? Allow. Oh, it's trying to activate some of the bits and bobs that I have. Let's quit. Okay, I think it's looking in my plugins to activate some of these things. Mini Grand. I don't know what this is. No. So there's some, I don't know whether these plugins come with it. Probably do. But I just want the bare minimum. So as it comes up with all these. Oh, that's a trillion. Well, I've already got all those ones on some other programs. So I see. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. It's opened up on a different screen. Let me move it across. So it's showing this. We generate a random ID for each installation. Okay. Showing me a list of incompatible plugins. I'll just say continue. Complete your Audacity Cloud setup with audio.com. I'm not going to do that. And then I think this is the main program here. So that wasn't too bad. And I have no idea how this will work. Tracks, add new mono track. Okay, so that's a mono track. So I'm guessing if I have maybe like an audio track somewhere, any audio track that I have done in the past, I should be able to drag it in. It will actually be a good test to do this with some of the SUNO stems. So I have stems from SUNO, these stems. I'm going to see what happens if I just select them all and drag them all in. See if that will work. Just going off previous experience. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is how Audacity works. You just drag them all in and there you go. All right. Let's see what happens when I try something else. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to try playing what is in Audacity right here and see. I'll see if it works or not. It's actually working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. They call AI suspicious, but their playlist is nutritious, fed by algorithms
So, you know, this for people who are on a budget and they cannot afford to buy a DAW, a different DAW. Yeah, I know some people, they use this all day long. So all I wanted to do is try it out and see if, okay, split clip. So the usual things, you know, so if someone really is in a bind and needs a tool where they can put all their stems, you know, into one place and manipulate it, there you have it. And then you can shrink the size of the tracks. They come in quite big. You can shrink that. See. So all of this is just intuitively using the tool because I've never used it before, but it's pretty much like any of the other DAWs you'd get. I'm also going to imagine you could probably, okay, there's backing vocals on this track, but there's nothing there. I'm guessing if you right click, you might be able to change the color. Okay, so it's got different color, wave color possibilities. That's green. I could probably change this. Okay, change these to any color I want. You have to decide, I guess, which color you want. And then it has a spectrogram view, a waveform view, which would be my choice, multi-view. I just prefer the waveform. You could swap stereo channels, which is handy. Split stereo track, split stereo to mono. Choose the format. And let's go to file. There you can import the audio, an audio file, a MIDI file. Or you could, let's see, save project as, or save to cloud. So let's see what the save project as is going to be. Okay, so you could save it to the native file. See what else you could do. How do you get your stuff out? Save project, export audio probably. So on your computer, so export to computer. So let's see if I did this and I wanted it to be 44 16-bit. Just say Audacity test. And let's just go ahead and say OK. Or export entire project. It's going as a WAV file. And as usual, I'm probably going to have to go hunt for it. So let me do that. Let's hunt for it. Audacity. Okay, so it's saved to this Audacity folder over here, and that's the track. Let's see if it works.
Yeah. They call AI suspicious, but their playlist is nutritious. Fed by algorithms so malicious, claiming they pure, man, that's fictitious. Right.
So it did a good job. That's Audacity for you. I've never used it before, but I can see how easy it is to move around and do whatever you need to do. If you need to split stuff, split clip, move it around on the timeline. There is, this is in seconds.
AI assisted, fake resist, still can't resist us, call us suspicious.
So if you right click here, you've got minutes and seconds, or you've got beats and measures. So you could choose either one by right clicking at the top there. You could enable looping between specific areas, mute and unmute track, pitch and speed, the regular suspect. So, you know, the idea wasn't really to get into it to start, you know, a full-blown Audacity training, because I've never used it before until now. But I can guess that all the regular suspects are here. You've got effects, delay and reverb. Let's see if I solo this. See what happens. Let's move the cursor. Okay. That's a bass. Do this one. So let's see. So with this selected, I should be able to, let's turn down the volume from over here. Okay, so that little round thing is the volume indicator, or this. Okay, so if I go over here to effect, I'm guessing this is how to put some delay or reverb in there, provided the plugins that I need are present. Okay, so let's see. Effect, delay and reverb, reverb. Let's, okay, it's not really giving me much of a preview. I guess, let me play. Let's see. I should have been able to hear it as I was doing it. Okay, it worked. There's your reverb. Yeah. So honestly, it's really more about the brain behind the tool. For those of you who have been looking for a DAW, well, you saw me do it. I didn't pay a dime. I just came straight in there. It also comes with this Muse Hub, which I think has some tips and tricks and the latest and greatest in Audacity, which is kind of cool. It's not a bad tool, especially for someone just starting out. For those of you who aren't making a whole lot and you can't afford to spend $100 on a DAW, well, this is a good option for you. All right. Well, I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you some hope that you too can play around with the stems. Just download the stems, put them in there, and go to town. And then just use your ears, you know, like that final wave file that I got. You could take that file, put it into Lander, and you could get some great results. You take care, and bye for now.